what's going on everybody? Gundam Flexing here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the just completed Reborn 100 Gundam GP04G Gerbera. And as tradition, before we go into the kit itself, I'm going to go over the sticker sheet and the decals and some of the extra pieces. So first up is the sticker sheet seen here. The colors that you get are really just tinfoil green, the holographic green, same with the red, and a couple black pieces, and bigger gray pieces here. And these gray pieces actually go on the back side of his boosters. These two red pieces go on his knees. And of course, as tradition with most other Gundam kits, the green traditionally go on the face or on the helmet. And of course, you get the two stickers for his eyes. And it's interesting to note that these two stickers aren't connected to each other, so it's one piece per eye, which made it a little bit difficult to put on, but it's not too strenuous. Just gonna have to make sure they look even. Here is the decal sheets. You could tell there are quite a few that were used. You do get a couple leftovers like these arrows, and you get these number 17 arrows. And of course the little markings here on the bottom, and you use the warning symbols here, the yellow and black stripes. Now you get ones here for number 8, and they go on his waist on the front and back, but number 9 you get these longer pieces, and believe it or not, the instructions tell you to place it around his primary weapon here, and it's supposed to loop around a complete loop around the barrel of his weapon. However, the lengths of these stickers aren't long enough, so in the end I abandoned it. Here are the rest. You do use a lot. Here's another extra one right here, and it identifies the name of the model, Gerbera. And of course you have that giant G on his shield. And this one is quite interesting, so you're going to have to be careful with this, and we'll go over that on the shield. It's just that when you take it out, the letter itself, it's not, I guess, on a single plane of stickers, so it's actually just loose. So whenever you put it on, you have to be very careful not to wrinkle it. Here are the beam sabers, and if you watch my previous videos, I actually don't cut these beam sabers out. I primarily like to use ranged weapons for the posing and modeling, especially in regards to the rifles and his cannons. So the beam sabers, the handles are actually at the top right here, and they fit in very well, and we'll go over that when we go over the kit. And believe it or not, some high-grade kits give you a lot of variety on the hands. For this kit, you only get a total of 4 hands. 2 is going to be on the kit, and therefore his weapons, his trigger fingers, and here are his closed fists. So they're really just for aesthetic or posing, so you can't really put in your sabers on these guys or have him hold his weapons, his ranged weapons, or even have it cupped where he's even supporting the ranged weapons. Yep, these are it. And this is going to be strange, but here's an extra, I think this is an E12 piece. You get a total of 4 of these, right? And 2 of them go on his shield, and the third one goes on his main weapon system. But when I was going over the instructions, the instruction pamphlet will indicate that you will use it, so it doesn't draw an X in the runner's overview like it does with other extra pieces. So you're supposed to use this piece apparently. I've read the instructions about 2 to 3 times over, looked at every picture, and I don't think you actually use this piece. This might be an unidentified extra piece. It's a little strange considering that everything in the runners are used except for this one piece. Can't find it. If you know where it goes, just put it in the comment section below. It sort of irks me, annoys me a little, that just to have a little extra piece that's just there just to be there. But yeah, that's a little bit strange. But looking at the model itself, size-wise, he is pretty much as with most of the Reborn 100s. Pretty much they're the master grade size. But what makes this one a tad bit visually bigger is that his packs at the end, his little wings here, the little booster packs, are pretty large. They're large, and they're very elongated, that shoots from sprouts from his back. So you get a total of 3 of them, and The bottom one, and they all go into his backpack. So you have the bottom one here, and let's just take that one out as such. See if we can bounce him. Bounce him out. Bounce him out. Alright. So here is the one, the single one that shoots from his center back. Here you can tell he has a support system because this will drag on the ground. And just like the other two on the back, you have the stickers here. And this is, it looks like they're 3 separate pieces, but they're not. It sort of sucks that the stickers actually, you could tell on the top, it doesn't cover all the way. So you're probably going to have to use a gray marker, go underneath it first, and then I would recommend putting the sticker on. And then you get the same thing here. So these are actually 2 stickers. One giant piece here, one giant piece there. And you get the same for his back. Here it is. It's the same length as the other 2. And if we were to look at the other 2 at his backpack, actually let's just take out his backpack. Make it a tad bit easier. His backpack is connected by 2 pillars. And it's very, very stable. As you could tell, it's giving me a little bit of difficulty pulling this out. So let's put this guy a little bit of distance here. His backpack again houses these 2 other ones, and they are actually connected through here. So here's a clamp to clamp it down. Actually, this really is just for aesthetics, as the piece itself fits in very tightly in there. So whether or not this thing is closed or open, it's not going to make a difference in regards to how tight the piece will stay in there. So this one is just like the other piece here. And again, one sticker here, one massive sticker here. You get it matched on the opposite side. And here is the AE decal, the Anaheim Electronics decal with the model number right here. And these 2 are actually separate decal stickers. And I think that's pretty cool. Here they are. Not on the other side, but they do face outwards. So this one would repeat the same thing here. That's pretty cool. Let's take both of them out. Again, these pieces make the Gerbera very, very big. Very, very big. Here's the backpack, and here's a single decal that goes right there. And again, his beam saber handles are actually housed on top of these clamps right there as such, which is pretty cool because you could just take it out as such right there, and just put it back in face down with this piece down. And again, it's like another secondary clamp system. Just push it in there and it'll fit in there. Boop, right there. Same thing with the other side, and you get the green tinfoil reflective stickers right here. 2 booster packs that are just double stacked on top of each other, and of course this piece here, which houses the center elongated piece right here. Looking at the Gerbera itself, again we look at the eyes. His eyes, each eye comes identical with the same stickers, so when you put it on, you just have to make sure that they're balanced. His head comes in several pieces. You not only have the helmet, but you also have the center pieces in the blue, and then of course you could tell underneath his eyes is the red mask, so it's very iconic to the 78. And you also have an antenna and just little small decals. You have a green sticker in the back as such. Here it is. Now his chest, it comes in several pieces. So you have the vent systems here and here. Believe it or not, the yellow you see on his chest is a single piece, and of course you have the outer blue piece, and then you come with the inner ones. So it does come in several pieces. It comes with the red piece at the center as well for his little red piece. And just almost like any other master grade, his waist is able to lean to the left and lean to the right. I'm going to take him apart from here. So if you want to know how he's connected to the waist, it's just this one elongated piece. But again, just like the master grade kits, he's able to just lean, which is a good feeling. Good feeling, especially in terms of posing. Alright, let's look at his arms, his shoulders. His shoulders is actually really cool in design. So there's several gray pieces here and there. Yeah, you have some decals here that doesn't match the same side. So this one says Gerbera, this one says number model, so 04. You get a couple decals on the front, and you just match it with the back here. And the side of his shoulders is a booster, which I thought is pretty cool. And like I really don't know what these are. I think there are additional boosters too that just shoots out of his shoulders. And these unfortunately are a little bit stationary, so you really can't move them all that much. And the circular one is definitely static. You can't move that one at all. Here, if we take apart his arm, here it is. His arm does come in several pieces, again, just like the master grades. But let's take a look at the shield real quick. It fits too well in there, y'all. Just trying to squeeze it out. The shield's very basic, just like most of the high grade ones. And this is the decal I'm talking about, the Giant GP. So when you follow the G, this isn't a single like decal sheet, so it actually, this elongated striated one right here, you have to be careful when putting it on. Just a heads up. And the number 04 and Gerbera here, that's two separate decals. It did take me a couple tries. What I don't like about putting decals is, especially if you don't know how to put it even, what you could always do is just use a masking tape and just mask one entire side here. That way you have a flat surface to base it on. Here it is. Here's the back, and here again is how you can put his hand here to hold it, and it's able to connect to the back of his forearm. And these two here, it's just nice details, right? It's the E12 piece. I believe it's the E12 piece, and these are the two that I'm talking about in regards to where I don't know the fourth piece goes. But this is it. And if you also tell by the shoulder here, there's a lot of indentions, so you could do panel lining. And what I messed up on this kit, one thing I regret doing was I wasn't paying attention. I went ahead and added a top coat, the matte top coat on, before I added the panel line. And guys, this is a very important note, because if you're to do that, pretty much if you were to make a mistake, you really can't use any liquid or even an eraser to go over it. The panel line will smudge and it will stain your plastic, and it just looks awful. So, lesson is to always put in your panel lining before you do your top coat. That's the one thing I hate. That's one thing I a little bit rushed on it, and it sort of sucks now. But overall product is still strong. You don't have to do a panel lining for this kit, in my opinion. And here is the back of the arm. That's where the shield goes, and it's the same as the other arm on the kit. This is his little trigger finger, if you will. It fits snugly into his hand, and of course the piece just fits right into his fist. So when you put in the weapon, you're actually going to have to take apart the hands and then put them back together around the trigger. And there's several points for him to hold the weapon. So you could hold it here, you could hold it there, or he's able to hold it here, and believe it or not, it is interchangeable, so he's able to hold this weapon with both hands. This weapon comes with a cool little V-shaped beam. The muzzle is a separate piece. The base of the body is two pieces, but it's the accessories and the additional details that really strikes the suit. So here is his scope, here with the yellow little scope, and that's movable. The top handle right here is also movable. You have some sort of piping system. Now this is really cool, guys. This piping system has knurlings in it, sort of like a barbell. You can tell, I just want to get it right there. It has knurlings in it, so you could actually feel the bumps, and I think that's a really cool detail. And you, of course, you have the buttstock. And this single, again, this is the E12 piece here. This is the third piece, so I don't know where the fourth piece goes. And the buttstock also has these cool gray pieces sticking out of it. Here it is the main weapon system. It's pretty damn cool. Going back to the body, or what's left of the body, here is the support weapon. I like to call it the secondary weapon. And this one is actually a little... It's more basic than the primary weapon, sort of just like, well, the other high-grade weapons. So this is only two pieces plus the muzzle. So you get the muzzle and the left piece, right piece, you sock them together. And I think they really missed an opportunity to even like pimp this weapon out. You could at least give him a clip and all that. So here it is, and here is the green tinfoil piece right there. It goes into his hand as such. Let's look at his waist real quick like. This is his waist, and I like it because the side is able to do this, and they come with these little cool rocket pod looking things. They're not rocket pods, but that's what they remind me of, and they're sharp. Here it is, and it's very movable, so it's able to sort of put in perspective like a good paddle posing right as such right here, what's left of him. Here's his forward skirts. Get decals here. You put the warning, the yellow and black stripes there. You get more decals here, and it sort of matches the back, so you can also put one right there too. And these stickers exactly the same as the ones in the front. Now, this is how high. I believe his front skirt is separate pieces. They're separate pieces, but I think his back skirt is a single piece, which is interesting. So his back skirt's a single piece, his front skirts are separate pieces. Now what you could do is you could always snap them in the placeholder. And let's look at his legs. His upper legs is basically two pieces. You have his left and you have his right. Same with the other side. And then as you move down pieces, the leg gets a little bit more complex. You have the front cover, you have the sides, as both sides, and as you keep going down, you get the cover for his feet, and then you have his feet itself. So here are the red decals, or red stickers, excuse me, and then on the sides you have the decals, and of course they match. And just when you put in the decals, just make sure the arrows point downwards. Same with the other side. Just make sure the arrows point downwards. And he also has a ventilation system at the bottom as such, and that's just like these cool attention to details that you would never notice unless if you're a modeler and you build it. Now when we look at his legs, again, because I messed up on the order of panel lining and then adding the top coat, I could have at least panel lined the indentions right here where my thumb's at, right there. I think that would have been an excellent opportunity. If anything, I hate stickers. If anything though, I think this kit may benefit from a little bit more stickers. So at least add the red stickers here and there, because you sort of put the placeholders for them anyways. And we look down and near his ankles, he has the green reflective stickers here and there. Same on both sides. His back, there are more thrusters. And just a little attention to details and blue pieces here, there, and nothing special about the bottom of his legs. So really, you could have like added the booster packs at the bottom, but it's all good. This is his legs. There it is. All right. Now for the Gundam flexing rating system, I would give the RE100 Gerbera a design score of 9 out of 10. I especially like the stern boosters, which make this Gundam appear much larger than life. The details of this kit would score a 9 out of 10 for me because it comes with easy stickers and a lot of great decals. The build is nothing special, so I would score it a 7 out of 10. You would still have to sand and even remove all the nub marks. The price scores out of 8 out of 10 because most Reborn 100 kits are around $30 or more, but you can find this kit for roughly around $25 if you're lucky. There are plenty of Re100 kits that are way more than $30, but this kit is roughly the same price of newly released high-grade models. For posing, I would give the Gerbera an 8 out of 10. You have plenty of weapon systems to pose him however you like, but there aren't really any special features which makes the posing stand out from traditional kits. Overall, the Re100 Gerbera has a score of 8.2 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think of this model.